Hey guys, it's Sarah and I am here to do another layout for Brody's album for Mini Monday. Now this one I'm going to be combining two. This was the original intro to my album, but I have a different one now. So I'm just gonna take this one, which doesn't really have a story, it's just a really good picture that we took of Brody, and I'm going to combine it with this one that has only journaling. So I'm gonna take one that was just a picture and one that was just journaling, and I'm gonna combine them together to tell a different story. So this one was just a little list of how much things were costing when we were getting everything for him. And I kind of did a little play on like those MasterCard commercials where it would like list a price of a whole bunch of stuff, but then like the experience was priceless. So I have having a dog that you love more than anything is priceless. So I'm just going to definitely keep this. I'll probably cut it down a little bit more. And then I have a little quote up here that says, whoever said money can't buy happiness forgot about puppies. So I will definitely salvage these two things. I'm just going to cut them down a little bit to make them a little bit smaller. And then I will only use from here, I'm only going to use his picture with this little love on it. And then I'm going to take these letters off because I really, really like these, and I'll put these on there as well. But these right here, I'm not going to keep. I don't really need those. And I'm going to put this on a different piece of paper. It's the same theme though. Like as you can see, they both have bones on them, like little dog bones, but I'm going to be tearing this one up a little bit, so I'm probably going to have to trash that. So I will be using mainly these with this picture and those letters. And then I also have some bones from a little embellishment pack I used last week, so I'll probably use those up since this has bones on it already. So I'll probably go ahead and use up that little embellishment package there. And I am going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut down my background paper to 8.5 by 11, and that is the size of album that I'm changing to. I'm going from an 8 by 8 to an 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this picture off and then take off these letters here, which stuck a lot more than I thought they ever would. So I'm ripping up paper and I'm kind of peeling the paper off the back of the sticker as well. And I will have to really reinforce those when I put them back onto the new layout. So I'm not going to use anything else from that, so I'm just going to go ahead and trash that part. And I'm going to take off this piece here, and it does tear up the paper, but I'm going to be able to work with it anyway because I want to keep the yellow and the paper that's on top of that yellow cardstock there too. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down my journaling here. It's just a little bit too thick, and I will just reapply it to this background cardstock that I had it on. And so I'm just going to find a good spot where I can easily cut it down. So it's going to have a very thin mat now instead of that thicker one that I had before. And I'm going to go ahead and get this little sentiment off because I want to keep this part as well. So I'm literally just trying to keep everything I can. And there's Layla looking at Brody. All right, so now that I have some pieces from that paper there that are ripped, I need to figure out how to cover them up. So I'm going to have to really be creative with how I layer my stuff. So I am thinking about that right now. I'm just making sure that I'm going to cover up all the pieces that are ripped up. So I'm going through my little box of dog embellishments that I have, which is what I'm trying to use in my album, obviously. And I have this little package of, they're kind of like file folders, and they have little paw prints all over them. So I'm going to use a couple of these. And it's going to bring out some of the gray that's in that bone paper. There's a couple circles that have gray bones in them, so it's going to kind of help bring that out a little bit. And it's going to cover up some of the bigger spots that have ripped. So I will use those two, and I like that, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting stuff stuck down, because if I start fiddling too much, I'm going to forget where I want things, and they're not going to go where I want them to go. It's going to be a whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down here and get my picture down, and I have to make sure that everything is still going to cover up where I need it to go. And then I will put this one down here along the bottom. And I'm going to use some washi tape on here as well. So I have this black paw print washi tape that someone had sent me, so I am going to use this. I'm going to have it go a little bit onto that yellow cardstock there, and that's helping me cover up a little bit more of the ripped pieces there. All right, so I got my journaling down. This little strip is going to go up here, and then I'm going to work on this name here, and I'm going to figure out where I want it to go. Since I have journaling done already, I don't need to do anything else. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as it is. I thought about running these through my Xyron, but they kept getting stuck, so I was like, nope, I'm good. So I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive, and I'm just going to make sure I put a whole bunch on the back of each one and really press them down good. And then I'm able to get them down. Then I have these little bones that I'm going to finish up this little package with. 3 little bones. And then I have this little sticker that says "So cute." And that is from a Rover collection, which I think is from Bella Boulevard, I want to say. And then this little paw prints with a heart sticker as well. And then I'm going to add some more of this washi tape up at the top. And watch me fiddle with it, because I'm, again, going, oh, I have everything down. I'm going to add some washi tape. Good job, Sarah. All right, I'll be back here in just a second to show you the final layout. All right, guys, so I am done with this one. I really, really like it. I didn't have to do any journaling, obviously, because this is my journaling right here. So I didn't have to do anything like that, but I got to use up a few things, and I like that I was able to salvage these little epoxy bone letter stickers, because they were kind of curling up on me a little bit, but I was able to kind of get them to work. So I'm really happy about that. And I used up a package with these little bones here. So I'm really, really happy with the way that this turned out. And I'm really happy that I was able to still use this paper, because I really wanted to, even though it got torn in some places when I pulled up the journaling and all that, but I was able to cover that stuff up. So I'm really, really happy with it. All right, so that is my layout for this week. I'll be back next week with another one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye.